I've used Minoxidil for years, topical and oral. It works, but it's imperfect. What if we could keep the benefits and smooth out the risks? Today, we're talking about a new extended release oral minoxidil called VDPHL01. It's designed for hair loss, not blood pressure. Let's unpack what that means, what early data shows, and what I'd actually tell a patient sitting in my clinic. Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Ko, a hair transplant surgeon from Korea. Minoxidil isn't magic, it's physiology. Once activated, it helps more follicles enter and stay in the growth phase. Hair shafts can thicken, coverage improves. Topical minoxidil must be converted in the scalp by an enzyme called sulfotransferase. Some people have less of it, and therefore they respond poorly even if they're doing everything right. Oral minoxidil bypasses that activation problem because it's systemic, but it was repurposed from a blood pressure pill. It can spike in the bloodstream quickly, and therefore it can cause side effects like faster heart rate, lightheadedness, or ankle swelling in some patients. If you want to know more, check out my previous video on minoxidil. Topical works, but it irritates some scalps. It can be greasy. Many people quit. Immediate release oral minoxidil is convenient, and it helps a lot of my patients. But the blood level looks like a mountain. Sharp peak, then a crash. At the peak, you might feel side effects. After the crash, you may dip below the hair growth sweet spot. So, we had a trade-off. Convenience and potential power versus tolerability and consistency. And therefore, the idea of a steady minoxidil level is very attractive. VDPHL01 is an extended-release oral minoxidil formulation. In plain language, the pill is engineered to release the drug slowly. The goal is simple. Keep your blood level in that therapeutic sweet spot, high enough to stimulate follicles, low enough to reduce cardiovascular side effects. This is different from taking the usual tablet and hoping your body smooths it out. The formulation itself is built to smooth it out. And therefore, on paper, it could be both more effective and better tolerated. Hair follicles are slow, patient organs. They like consistency. A big spike can nudge hair growth, but it also nudges side effects. A crash can make you feel fine, but it may drop below the level that actually pushes miniaturized hairs to thicken. If you keep the level steady, you keep signaling the follicle 24/7. Even while you sleep. And therefore, in theory, you get better cumulative result with fewer cardiac complaints. At a recent dermatology meeting, a preliminary comparison was presented. Extended release VDPHL01 versus immediate release oral minoxidil versus 5% topical. Headline findings were VDPHL01 group showed, on average, moderate improvement by photographic assessment. The other two groups averaged only slight improvement. Now, this is important. About 82% of patients on VDPHL01 reached at least moderate improvement. The other groups were closer to about 20%. Results also seemed faster. Meaningful changes by 4 months, while the other groups needed around 6 months for weaker gains. And the photo reviewers correctly identified before and after images in the VDPHL01 group 96% of the time, suggesting the changes were visually obvious. These are early data, not a final label, but they're sure encouraging. Excitement is good, evidence is better. We still need full peer-reviewed publication, larger numbers, phototrichogram data, dose response analysis, direct side effect rates versus immediate release. A multi-center double-blind study is ongoing for about 13 months, and therefore, right now, this is not something I can prescribe. It's investigational. When commercialization happens, I expect more detailed data. Even extended release is still systemic minoxidil. It's not a vitamin. We'll still screen for heart, kidney, or liver disease. We'll still be careful with blood pressure, edema, pregnancy planning, and drug interactions. Extended release aims to reduce peaks, not delete risk. And therefore, even if the tolerability profile looks better, thoughtful prescribing and monitoring remain essential. VDPHL01 is minoxidil made smarter, built for hair, designed to stay steady, and therefore potentially more effective with fewer cardiac complaints. Early data are promising, faster, stronger improvements for a larger percentage of patients. But promises must meet publications. We need the full data set and we need real-world experience. If you're already on minoxidil and doing well, stay the course. If you're struggling with irritation, peaks, or adherence, extended release might soon give us another lane. I'm Dr. Eric Ko in Seoul. I'll keep you updated as the trial data mature and as VDPHL01 moves closer to market. And if you've tried oral minoxidil already, comment with your experience, good or bad, so others can learn from it.